Hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I can't hear what I'm saying, as this is not a, well, I guess I can hear myself there, but it's not that good. So listen, I got a couple of emails today because they know my plight here with my systems. So they said, Johnny G, the show sounds great. Of course, it does sound great through the mixer, but does not sound great here in the studio. And for all these years, I've been using my speakers and whatnot, and they sound horrible. They just sound horrible. And I really take pride in the way my records sound here in the studio. You can ask anybody who's been up here with me. But anyway, so I'm working on it. I've contacted some people that I'm still waiting for some information, but we're gonna revamp the studios a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to do that. I know the sound sounds good to you guys and gals, but anyway, we opened up tonight with a where is my page here? Here it is. Opened up the March 26, 2025 Vinyltreasure show, the All 60's Soul show, with a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This trumpeter, a band leader, arranger, producer, born in Ashland, Mississippi, but raised in Memphis, Tennessee. He would form his own band back in 1954. They would be the house band for the Home of the Blues record label. And then he would switch over to High Records, eventually became the president of High Records. And he would have 24 releases on High Records. And his biggest hit was back in 1968. I think this sounds familiar, Charlene. It was called Soul Serenade. His 14th, but this was his 15th. This was the very next release. And it was a request for listener Busta Bass, June 68. Willie Mitchell and his band there. Willie Mitchell and his band on the High label from June of 68. It was called Prayer Meeting. I guess we can say we're having our prayer meeting tonight. And that charted number 45 on Billboard, 23 on the R&B chart, the Billboard R&B chart, because there is a Cashbox R&B chart, but I don't have that info. And number 4 on WKLO, if you were listening in Louisville, Kentucky. And got so many requests to get to this evening, so you're going to have to be patient here. And I'm going to try to at least go through once with all the requesters, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, but I added a couple records to the mix tonight. I think a couple records. Yes, I did. And this was one of them. This was a flip side from last week, featured this girl group out of Chicago. Their debut single, which was on the Bandera record label. It was called I Found Me a Lover, and this is the flip side, which is pretty good too. I like both sides of this record. And Amnon requested it, I think, last week. This is from November 67, our vocal opener. This girl group, the Lovelights, on the Bandera label. Patricia Hamilton, she's the lead singer. These are the Lovelights with You Better Stop It. The Lovelights.
I'm always gonna be his loving little angel, and I bet that he will always stay with me. Yeah, you'll never get him, oh, because his love is so divine, and I can promise that you'll be the girl that's left behind, because he's my boy. Oh, and I can picture that you're glad, cause I've got that loving voice, so thankful up to the fathers from his mind. He's not the kind of boy that you can handle like a toy. He's not the silly kind that will leave your love behind. He's not the kind to say that I am leaving you this day. He's just the kind of man that can give a girl a hand. He's not the kind of boy
There you go with the sound of the Love Lights there. I had to make sure I stopped that record in due time because there is a dangerous. I mean, they really were off when they put the BB hole through this 45. It's like right on the dead wax there. Got to be careful with that. But that is a cool tune. I think great two-sided 45 there from November 1967, the debut single for a group called the Love Lights. They were out of Chicago. It's on the Bandara record label. You Better Stop It is the name of the tune. And let's start it off here with the requests here. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. And he emailed Johnny G. Well, actually, he does an instant message on Facebook Messenger to Johnny G that Tuesday, March 24th, would have been Billy Stewart's 88th birthday. Such a great singer, died way too young. But Edmund wanted to requested both sides of this 45. This singer from Washington, D.C. would have 19 releases on Leonard Chess's Chess record label. Now, this was his 13th release. This is an old standard, dates back to 1934, tune composed by George Gershwin, for the 1938 opera Porgy and Bess. The lyrics were by Dubose Hayward, first recorded by Helen Jepsen. This version, produced by Billy Davis, arranged by Phil Wright, and this was his biggest hit. This was number 10 on the Billboard chart, number 8 on Cashbox, 7 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were tuned into WAIR out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, from June of 1966, by request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, the great Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart and his big hit. It's called Summertime.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, don't you know, my darling? I said it right now, and the cotton is high. Like a, your life is a rich, kind of rich girl, and your mommy's good looking, yeah. I said, hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings come, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your little wings, and take to the sky. La, la, la. That morning, come on, baby, there's nothing gonna harm you. With the mommy and the daddy standing by. Shut! What are you? Give me time, I said it right now. Don't let it in, don't let it in, don't let it in. Everything I said, fall out of your eyes. So hush, pretty baby. Do not let a tear fall from your eye. Oh!
June 1966 release there for the great Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart on the Chess record labels, his rendition of the tune Summertime, that one there by request for a listener, Edmund Williams, in our YouTube chat room there. There is a clip of him. I think he's lip syncing this on a Dick Clark's Where the Action Is back in 1966. Boy, he was a big guy, he was. And Edmund also requested the flip side, which is actually a nice ballad, so we're going to flip it over here. Give a listen to the flip side. This side written by Billy Nichols, again produced by Billy Davis, arranged by Phil Wright. This did chart too, by the way. This side charted number 8 on WNVY in Pensacola, Florida, from June of 1966. This is the B-side to Summertime by Billy Stewart. It's called To Love, To Love. This is for Edmund Williams.
With you, baby, and I know it's gonna be alright. Let me reason with you, my darling. Let's forget about the past tonight. Don't let foolish pride ruin our lives. I know we can make it if we try, girl. Don't let me be the one to say I told you so. With you, my darling, let's profit by past mistakes. Let me reason with you, baby. Our love has just what it takes. Don't let foolish pride ruin our lives. I know we can make it if we try, girl. Don't let me be the one to say I told you so. With you, my darling, let's profit by past mistakes. Let me reason with you, pretty baby. Our love has just what it takes. To love right now is the only thing I know to do. Is to love right now. Oh, my darling, say to love right now, baby.
B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, by request for Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room. That's a great two-sided 45, the great Billy Stewart there. That is his 13th release. 13th release on the Chess record label, the flip side of Summertime from June of 1966. Song entitled To Love, To Love. What a great record that is. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to this program, and I know I have some new faces in the chat room, those of you tuned in, I haven't signed into, I will get there, Santi and Charlene. They're in the Oldies and More chat room also. But if you are new to this program here, this is my first show of the week. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell. When you click the bell, there's a drop down. You have to click I think there's a little check mark there to the right to get all notifications, because you could like any video on YouTube and it'll come up as a suggestion, but not necessarily when the new show, when it might take a few weeks or whatever. You'll see that the show was there, or maybe hours. I don't know. It varies. I don't know what the artificial intelligence does on YouTube, but they are ridiculous. Remember last week they shut down the show a number of times. I just hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. I have some hits coming up. I just can't. I got to be careful when I get past the 2-hour mark. That's when I run into complications. But anyway, let us continue here. And we have, I think you're a new listener, Travis Floyd. I saw him in the chat room there. And I do take requests. Sometimes people post them, or listeners post them on my YouTube wall. That's okay, because I do get an email, and then I forward it over to Charlene, and then she puts it down on the list. But it's just been a little crazy lately. But I think you're a new listener, Travis. Thank you for discovering the channel. And I pulled a couple of records for him. I don't know if we'll get them all in, because I got a lot of requests here to get to. But this gal that he requested, she's also from Washington, D.C., similar to where Billy Stewart was from. And this is her debut single. Came out on Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN record label. And this song written and produced by Smokey Robinson. And this is the intended A-side. Now, the uncredited Miracles are backing her up on this. The original title of this song first came out as Goodbye Cruel World, but I think Berry Gordy thought that was a little bit too harsh. Goodbye Cruel World is like somebody trying to end themselves. But so they changed it. And they changed it to Goodbye Cruel Love. This charted number 13 on WEBB in Baltimore, Maryland. And we're going to send this one out to Travis Floyd in our YouTube chat. And I like this record a lot. Actually, both sides are great. Envious is a great ballad. This is the A-side, January 63. Let's give a listen to Linda Grryer. Linda Grryer on the MOTOWN record label for Travis Floyd. It's called Goodbye Cruel Love. There you go, by request for a listener, Lost my place. Travis Floyd. Travis Floyd requested that cool record by Linda Grryer, January 1963. Goodbye, Cruel Love is the name of the tune. That was on the Motown record label. And with her next release, she would record as Lynn Roman. Has some great tunes on the Mercury, Dot, Brunswick, and other record labels. Lynn Roman. So look out for Lynn Roman, a.k.a. Linda Grryer releases. But you know what? I love the flip side of this record here. Let me see. I think Smokey wrote the flip. Yes, he did. Give a listen to this B-side. It's pretty cool. And Greg Surik sold me this. I think I paid $250 for this copy. It was a nice copy, and it's a nice vinyl copy, which I prefer. So let's give it a whirl here. This is Linda Grryer, Johnny G's selection. The song is called Envious.
Envious, why should she be so envious? She says that I've got diamond rings and furs and things, and even though it's true, still I'm blue, so blue. Envious, I can't see why she's envious, 'cause even though I've got the things that seem so real, she doesn't know how blue I feel, 'cause she's got you. It's so strange how things turn out, how funny life can be. I envy her 'cause she has you, and now I find out that she envies me. Envious, she's such a fool to be envious, 'cause I would gladly trade the things that I possess for just one kiss, one sweet caress from you. Which goes to show that I envy her too. I really do envy her too. I really do envy her.
The B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's the flip side of Goodbye, Cruel Love by Linda Grryer. And you get that cool tune, Envious. What a great ballad that is. A Smokey Robinson pen tune there. And the flip side there, requested for Travis Floyd. Let's do a twin spin on the Motown record label. Actually, this is a request for Raymond Ortiz. I saw Raymond Ortiz in our YouTube chat room as we stay in Detroit, and a twin spin on the Motown label. This gal signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s label in 1960. Now, her debut single was a tune called Bye Bye Baby. She went on to have 13 releases for the Motown record label before she left in 1964. It turned out really to be a mistake for her, but she thought she was going on to bigger and better things, but it just didn't work out for her. But let's give a listen to her fifth release. This is Raymond requested her or Ramon requested her 5th release for the Motown record label. This is produced again by Smokey Robinson. This charted number 9 on the Billboard chart. This was a number 2 record on WUST in Bethesda, Maryland, but a big number 1 R&B hit for Miss Mary Wells, July 1962. And I see David Silberg also likes this tune. This is by request for Ramon Ortiz, who was in our YouTube chat room. Mary Wells with You Beat Me to the Punch. That's going out to Ramon Ortiz in our YouTube chat room. That's a great sound of Mary Wells. Mary Wells from July 1962 on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label. Her tune, You Beat Me to the Punch. That was a 45 that my aunt purchased back in the summer of 1962. What a great tune that is. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. If you are new to the program and you like what you hear, please give me a thumbs up. You have to be signed into YouTube, though. We are also live on Oldies and More Radio. This is the first show of the week. I will not be on tomorrow afternoon. I got to do my taxes tomorrow afternoon. Keep putting that off as I don't know what I got to do. Probably got to pay. I don't know what I got to do. But anyway, but I'll be back on Saturday night at 9 p.m. for the 50s and early 60s edition. So if you have your request, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And let us continue here. I added this tune to the program. This is one of Johnny G's requests for this singer born in Evansville, Indiana, began as a studio musician for Gold Wax Records, which was located out of Memphis, Tennessee, but he would have a hit in 1972, was on the Glades record label. Does anybody remember a tune called Why Can't We Live Together? That tune, I bought that 45 when it came out back in 72. But before that, he had 2 releases on the Gold Wax record label. This is his second. And although it says this song is written by Quentin Klauch and Rudolph Russell, I don't know. I think they took this song, or what inspired them with this song was a tune done by Eric Burdon and the Animals. I don't know if they're the writer on the Animals song. I'd have to check. But this did chart regionally, number 49 on WBOK in New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's go to August of 1967 for Mr. Timmy Thomas. Timmy Thomas on Goldwax Records. It's called It's My Life.
It's a hard world to get a break in. All good things have been taken. Girl, there are ways to make certain things pay. Though I'm dressed in these rags, I'll wear some fine clothes or someday. You better hear what I say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna ride that serpent. I no more time sweating that breath. You better hear my command. I'm breaking loose, ain't no use. It's my life, and I'm gonna do what I want, yeah. It's my mind. Do you know I'm gonna think what I want, yeah. Tell me I'm wrong. Ain't no way, 'cause I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on, yeah. Moving on. Let me tell you about this world. It's a hard world to get a break in. All good things have been taken, but girl, there are ways make certain things pay. Though I'm dressed in these rags, I'll wear some fine clothes. Lord, someday you better hear what I say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna ride that serpent. I no more time sweating that breath. You better hear my command. I'm breaking loose, ain't no use. It's my life, and I'm gonna do what I want, yeah. It's my mind, I'm gonna think what I want, yeah. Now somebody, anybody out there, just go ahead, try to tell me I'm wrong. I'm gonna look back at you and say, I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
There you go. That's the sound of Timmy Thomas here on the Vinyltreasure Show. I checked. It is not. Well, the writers on the Animals tune are Roger Atkins and Carl D'Erico. Those are the writers on the Animals' It's My Life, but it's definitely taken from that Animals tune, which came out in October of 1965. This is August 1967, his second release on the Goldwax record label, Timmy Thomas with It's My Life. It's Johnny G's life, and yes, Leonard, there is taxable. I get a pension from two of the companies that I've worked for. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it supplements, and I am still working, even though I officially did retire at, I was a little bit older than 65. I retired from the, I used to do the tax returns for one of the major, I guess you can call it, utility companies in New Jersey. I used to drive into Newark, New Jersey every day. Did it for like 8 years. And prior to that, I was like, I kind of like when you get too old, they kind of put you out to pasture, because once you turn 40 and you're in the business world, I was interviewing people that were younger than me, and they feel intimidated by older people because they think you know more than them. And that's usually the case. But so what happened was I went into consulting work, and I did consulting for a company called, and they're going to be happy that I say their name. The company was called Resources Global Professionals. So I interviewed with them because I was a controller of a construction company in White Plains, New York, and they canned me. They fired me, okay, because I got their VP. I should say, did I get their VP of Finance fired? He was a young kid that came in and started, and I didn't get the job. It wasn't sour grapes at all. His name was Matthew. So he was like, he comes into my office. If anybody comes into your office and says, "Hi, Johnny, my name is Matt, and I understand you know a lot of things that go on around here. I need a good teacher like you." I said, well, that didn't go over pretty well with me when I went for that job, and you ended up getting it because your buddy gave it to you. So there's a lot of politics in corporate America. And this was a company that just was coming out of bankruptcy. And I learned all about that. So I was like, what? I says, what are you doing? So I told my staff, I said, ignore him. Ignore him. So they did. And then he came into my office and he says, Johnny, the bus is going to leave you behind if you don't join the program. I says, what do you mean join the program? I says, I've been the program here. You come in here and you tell me that. How do you think I felt when you told me that I couldn't get that position? So he got really upset. He apologized to me, but he continued with it. I says, I'm not doing this. Then my staff threatened to leave me because of him, because he was going over my head. And it turned out that I got him canned. Never jump over 2 levels of, because I knew the president of the company, so I jumped over a couple of levels, which came back to bite me later on. So when I interviewed for the job again, I didn't get it. But then they canned me after that because the president ended up losing his job and I was exposed. And then when you're exposed, then they were terrible. Corporate America is terrible. They fired my assistant controller and my senior tax accountant. They were horrible, but that was a payback because I got their boy fired. Anyway, I digress too much. But anyway, see what happens, Leonard Mancini, when you talk about tax returns. But I am employed. I am now because I am really a caretaker for my elderly parents. And it is a job, and the state can pay you for that, and they do. But let us continue here. And up next, a request. I lost my place. Up next, a request for listener Amnon, as this group is out of Ridgewood, New Jersey. I know where Ridgewood, New Jersey is. And the group included Eddie Dill, a.k.a. Eddie Charles. And this was a self-contained group. He was on guitar. Bob Lagatino on bass. Mike Palladino on drums, Joe DeJohn on organ, and lead singer on this, his name is Eugene Thomas. They had this one release that came out on the Laurie record label, co-written by the lead singer Eugene Thomas. This is July 1965 by request for listener Amnon. These are the Megatons, Megatons. The Megatons on Laurie Records. It's called Detroit Sound for Amnon.
There's a new sound that's going around that makes you wanna dance in the street, and it's an all-soul sound, and you can't sit down. You just gotta move your feet. It makes you do the jerk. It makes you do the swing. You just don't Doggone child, if you don't go wild, you're never gonna lose that beat. It's a sound that can be found from New York City to the England town. So if you don't know what's going around, it's the Detroit sound. It's the Detroit sound. It's the Detroit sound. It's the Detroit sound. It's the latest and it's the greatest. It's the swinging, groovy soul sound. So just remember when you hear it, there's no other sound around like the Detroit sound. Like the Detroit sound. It makes you wanna do the jerk. It makes you wanna do the swing. It makes you wanna do the monkey, yeah. Come on, baby. This is the Detroit sound. Come on, baby. Come on and do the jerk.
There you go, by request for listener Amnon there. That's the sound of the Megatons trying to do the Detroit sound, but they weren't from Detroit. They were from Ridgewood, New Jersey. That is Eugene Thomas on lead, July 1965. On the Laurie record banner, it's called Detroit Sound. That's for Amnon. In 1967, they would change their name to the Epitome of Sound. They had one release on the Sandbag record label, which was out of New York City. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room, a brother and sister duo from Greensboro, North Carolina. Their first release was in 1963. They had a big hit. I'm sure some of you know it on the Symbol record label. It was called Mockingbird. Then after that, they would go, I think they would go after, that was on the Symbol label, they would go to Musicor, but then they signed with Luther Dixon's Dynamo record label, which was out of New York City. They had 9 releases on the label, and this was their 4th release, co-written and produced by Charlie Foxx, who was the brother of Inez Foxx, who was singing on this. This is arranged by Richard Rome and Jerry Williams. This did chart nationally, number 76 on the Billboard chart, number 17 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record if you were listening to WMBM in Miami, Florida. Let's go to November 1967 by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. This is Inez and Charlie Foxx. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count the Days for James.
If you
go. By request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room, November 1967. The brother and sister act Inez and Charlie Foxx on the Dynamo record label out of New York City. And that's their 4th of 9 on Dynamo. In parentheses, it's got the number sequence 1 through 7. Count the days. Johnny G counting the days till I get my new system in, because it is a pain in the neck to because my speakers are not working well. They come in and they come out and they sound terrible, but the it sounds good on the headphones, but I don't like using headphones. I would use the headphones for the whole show, but I can't hear my voice. I don't know why it doesn't pick up the channel. And when I called the place, they wouldn't give me an answer. But anyway, let us continue here. And let's fill a request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat. I had this record ready to play last week, but the copyright police, they shut me down. And we couldn't get to it, but we're going to get to it tonight. This group from Philadelphia, PA, they included Alfred Brown, James Harris, James Lee, and Ronald Hamilton. This first issued in earlier in 1969 on the Bullet record label, that was then picked up by, how do you pronounce this, Charlene? YEW Records? I don't know how to pronounce that. YEU Records out of New York City. It actually became their first of 6 for this label and their biggest hit. And this tune, produced and arranged by Bobby Martin and Tom Bell. This charted number 31 on Billboard, 10 on the R&B chart, number 2 on WFEC. If you were listening in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let's go to June of 1969 for the Intrigues. The Intrigues on U Records for Ron Harry. It's called In a Moment.
In a moment I can tell.
I guess we can say Sound of Philadelphia. It's not quite disco. Disco was not around. I don't think in June of 1969 when that record was released. But they're called the Intrigues. That one there by request for listener Ron Harry. John G's going to sneeze here. I don't know what it was. It's allergies today. It was bothering me all day. That's going out to Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. That's their first of 6 on the U record label, June 69, the Intrigues Within a Moment. It wasn't, disco was not around in 1969. I think it started maybe in a little more into the 1970s. When did Dance Fever come out with John Travolta? That was like really the big of the heyday time with the, I forget when that when that movie came out. Johnny G babbling on here. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. My good friend Adrian Viterbo is tuned into the program in our YouTube chat, listening down in Mexico. He requested the daughter of R&B singer Rufus Thomas, and she sang with her father on I guess we can call her debut single in 1960. Came out on the Satellite record label, and then it was picked up by Atco. It was called "'Cause I Love You," but her first solo effort, I played the flip side of it for Bill Olb, I think, on the last Saturday night show, a song called "For You," but the A-side was a song called "Gee Whiz, Look at His Eyes," and that was her first on the Atlantic label. First came out on Satellite, though, but then it became her first on the Atlantic label. And this is her 8th release on the Atlantic record label. This charted number 8 on WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland from July of 1964. Let's give a listen to Carla Thomas. Carla Thomas on the Atlantic label. It's called "A Boy Named Tom." This is for Adrian. That's July 1964 release there for Carla Thomas. Carla Thomas on the Atlantic label. Her, what did I say? That was her eighth release. Her eighth release on Atlantic. By request for listener Adrian Viterbo, A Boy Named Tom. The only Tom, is there any Toms in our YouTube chat room? I don't know. Tom Shaughnessy might be too. Oh, wait, Tommy's. Tommy Hammond. That's for you, Tommy Hammond. We'll send that one out to you as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. And let's go out to San Pedro, California now with this request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. This group first recorded as The Chance on the Night Owl record label, but Chuck Markoulis, he was the label owner of Night Owl Records, decided to rename the group the Galahads. But they have no relation to the group that recorded for the Delphi record label. Now, this is the A-side. I'm going to play both sides of this because I agree with Frank. I like both sides of this 45. The A-side is a nice cover of the Jay Wiggins tune. Jay Wiggins first recorded this. This record first issued on the Beechwood label, which I have on Beechwood, but it's only in VG shape. I should have got Greg's copy. I didn't buy it. It was there. Then Art LeBeau would pick it up and put it out on his Starla label. It features Leon Booker on lead. This charted number 23 on KLFM if you are listening in Long Beach, California. Let's go to May of 1965. This is by request for listener Frank Chingaro, the Galahads, and their rendition of the tune Sad Girl. Cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure show. There you go. Those are the Galahads, aka well, they first recorded as The Chance. But here they are as the Galahads. That's when they're by request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room, May 1965. I featured it on the Starla record label. First came out on Beechwood Records, their rendition of the Jay Wiggins tune, Sad Girl. And I also like the flip side of this, which is a nice, actually two great ballads on this record here. So Frank also mentioned it in his email to Johnny G. And let's flip the 45 over here. And this side, written by Kent Harris, again produced by Chuck Markoulis, and it features again Leon Booker on the flip side here. May 1965, the Galahads on Starla for Frank Chingaro. It's called Keeper of Dreams, the Galahads.
Could you please send me someone to love? Send me someone with long, dark, and wavy hair.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there going out to listener Frank Chingaro. That is the Galahads. The Galahads from May 1965. That's actually their first of two that they had on Beechwood Records, and then was put out by Art LeBeau's Starla label, featured on that. I have a white promo too. I thought it was filed, but it wasn't. It's probably in another box. Multiple copies of this record too, by the way. Keeper of Dreams is the name of the tune. That's for Frank Chingaro. Let us continue here. Let's go back to Pennsylvania, this time to you. Got to fix that, Charlene. Uniontown, Pennsylvania. This is a request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat. Now, some of the records tonight are not in the greatest of shape. They were records I found out in the wild when I first started collecting as a young teenager, and I never really upgraded them, because when the dealers would call me for these records, and I was not paying a lot, you would think I would have said, are there mint copies? I'll take them. But I didn't do that. I should have done it. So some of the records tonight, one of them, somebody requested a Mabel John, and it had a skip in it. And I was like, and it was a record I got from Mike Layton. I think he had a bar, like a garage full of singles. Some were sleeves, some were not. I gave him $300 for, I think, 3,000 records. I think it was 3,000, multiple copies and whatnot. He told me that it's all been picked through, but it was not. There were some good records in there, Mike. But I don't know. Maybe I got this one from there. But anyway, this is a request for listener Bill Sheriff, this singer from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, first recording back in 1961 for the Bayuk label, which I think I have and I've played on the program before. Also releases on Crosley and Rapid and Hourglass. This one is a touch of the 70s here. This one came out in December of 1970. His name is Billy Shereé. Billy Shereé. And this first was issued in November of 1969 on the Hourglass label. It would be re-released on Spectrum Records, and that's how I have it, but it is a whipped copy, so I'm letting you know in advance. From December 1970, although these turntables play whipped records pretty decent, but I can't hear it that well. This is from December 1970. Let's give a listen to Billy Shereé. Billy Shereé on Spectrum Records for Bill Sheriff. The song is called Do It for Bill.
Hey, yeah, good God, let's get up. All right. Hey, yeah, all right now. Good God, I'm ready for me now. Do the popcorn. Everybody, come on now. Come on now. All right now. Lord, it's feeling good. I need some help, Lord, from the guitar now. Come on for me, Jimmy. All right now. All right. Good God, do it. Don't wait now. Ow, do the popcorn. Ow, do the iron leg. Just get on time. Now, come on now. Sock to me. Let's sock it. Not gonna do it. Listen to me now. Let me tell you what to do. Go on and do it. Iron leg, do your thing. Loud, did you hear me? Do your thing. All right now. Oh, good. Good going now. Get some for me. Loud, just go on and do it. Don't you wait. Just suck it to me. Lord, did you hear me, girl? Ow, suck it to me. The iron leg, the popcorn juice. We got to do it. Wow, that's the thing. Let me hear the guitar for me. I wanna scream. Let me hear the guitar. All right around now. Come on now.
There you go, by request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat. That's the sound of Billy Shereé. Billy Shereé from December of 1970. I featured it on the Spectrum record label. It first came out on Hourglass Records. It's called Do It. I don't know how to do the popcorn there. Anybody going to show Johnny G to do the popcorn? You're welcome to come here to, we'll do some dance steps here. That's something I can do. I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to try to spruce up the Vinyltreasure studios with more cameras and whatnot. We'll see how that goes. That should be a cool thing. But yes, Warren, this record is trashed. It's, I don't know. We won't say it's not my normal mint. Let's put it that way. But there you go. Touch of the 70s. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This gal, she hails from East Orange, New Jersey. She's Dionne Warwick's younger sister. She began recording back in 1963 for the Jubilee record label. Then she signed with Blue Rock Records. She had 3 releases on the Blue Rock label. Let's give a listen to her second. This one written and arranged by Horace Shot, produced by Ed Townsend. Now, this did chart also, charted number 96 on Billboard, 28 on the R&B chart. Was a big record, though, on WVON, if you were listening in Chicago, Illinois, number 9 on that chart. Let's go to June of 65 for Miss Dee Warwick. Dee Warwick on the Blue Rock label for Chris Reed. It's called We're Doing Fine.
Everybody wants to know if everything's alright. I guess they thought by now we'd had a great big fight. No, 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 no. Our love is stronger than that. Let me tell you right where it's at. My love is his and his love is mine. Ooh, we're doing fine. Baby, doing fine. Gives me plenty loving to show me how much he cares. With that kind of loving, you know, I ain't going nowhere. I love him so, now here's what I say. 6 giants couldn't pull me away. My love is his love it's mine. Ooh, we're doing fine. Baby, doing fine. Honey, we're still in love, and that's a pretty good sign. I say it, we're doing fine. Baby, doing fine. Don't let there be any doubt in anyone's mind. I say it, we're doing fine. Baby, doing fine. We have a quarrel now and then, but it's so good when we make up again. My love is his love is mine. Ooh, we're doing fine. Baby, his love is mine. Honey, all of the time. Doing fine, doing fine.
There you go, Miss Dee Warwick there. Dee Warwick on the Blue Rock record label. That one there by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. June 65, We're Doing Fine is the name of the tune. I guess Johnny G is doing fine flying ad hoc here. Kind of flying blind here. I hate the headphones. Although the music sounds great in the headphones, it's my voice. I got to glance over to the meter on the webcam, and I see that I just don't want to go too high with that because it gets distorted. Sometimes it is, so I try to adjust it. But I might get a whole new thing here. I might need a bigger mixer with a number of channels there so I could connect a CD player. And I want to think about connecting a DVD player, so I have to talk to these people. I want to do some things here on the program that might be interesting. As you know, this is an educational show as well as entertaining. So it's both. You'll learn lots of things here, not only about record collecting too, but anyway, let us continue here. Now, this is, I guess, a semi-request because Dr. Phil requested this song, but the original version of this song by this group from the San Francisco, Oakland Bay area. And the song was originally done by Gene Chandler. He recorded this tune first as Bless Our Love was the name of the tune. But it was done by this group called the Ballads. I think they were known as the original Ballads. Charlene doesn't have, she's got the label. I think they were known as the original Ballads, Charlene. Was that correct? But it first came out on the Bayview label in 1967. I don't have a copy. I think Reed King has a copy of the record, maybe not in great shape. I think that's his record on 45 Cat, but they would re-record it a year later, and it would come out on Venture Records. And this charted number 65 on Billboard, 48 on Cashbox, number 8 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on WRBD in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It features Leslie La Palma on lead. La Palma on lead. This is going out to Dr. Phil, May 1968. These are the Ballads on Venture with God Bless Our Love.
God bless our love. God bless our love. And God forgive us our temptations. 'Cause He knows we have been tempted, girl, beyond and above humiliation. God bless our love. Baby, need you so bad. Hey, baby, God bless our love. All right, my baby. So bad, oh yeah, need you right now. God bless our love. God give us our temptation, 'cause He knows we have been tempted, beyond and above humiliation. Oh yeah, 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 my girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll send that one out to Dr. Phil. I don't have the original there. I wish I did. I got my eyes peeled for a copy. But those are the Ballads. That's Leslie La Palma on lead, May 1968. They got a number of releases on the Venture record label. Actually, they have other releases. I was going to play one on VJ Records they do that I have. But this one's on Venture Records. This was a record that my aunt had in her collection. The Ballads there, God Bless Our Love, from May of 1968. Let us continue here. Now, Warren Russell emailed Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com with some requests. Now, Warren sent me a last-minute request for tonight, and I wasn't sure. It was on Kent Records. So I went and looked, and I didn't have it on Kent, but I said, wait a minute. I was looking on 45 Cat, and I said, is this the same song that was on another label called Exodus Records? So I'm thinking it is a Warren. Charlene didn't put here the one on King because it had a different title. Charlene, you didn't put it. Darn it. But Warren, I forget what the title was, but he requested a gal by the name of Pat Hunt, Hunt, and she is out of Los Angeles, California. Now, she was the cousin to Brenda and Patrice Holloway, and she... what else did she say? Wait, this also came out on... Oh, she did. Charlene, you got it here. I apologize. I didn't see it. Because Warren sent me, Johnny G, the email. He said, Johnny, can you play Pat Hunt on Kent, You Are My First Love, from 1962. So I said, wait a minute, I don't know if I have this record, and I'm looking, and I remembered. I said, wait a minute, that record looks familiar. They have a trashed copy on 45 Cat. I got a nice clean copy of this. So I looked. So Warren, I don't know if this is the song that you wanted, but it has the same writers and the same time. And this is from November of 1961. I'm featuring it on Exodus Records, co-written and produced by Mark Gordon. It's from November 61. Pat Hunt on Exodus, and this one's called First Love. We'll send it out to Warren in our YouTube chat room. So there you go. That one there going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. He says it's the same too. Maybe it's a little faster. I don't know, can get faster than that? I don't know. November 61. Her name is Pat Hunt. Now she was in a couple of vocal groups too. She was in the 4Js and also the Wattesians. I think I have that record, the Wattesians, if I'm not mistaken, along with her cousins Brenda and Patrice Holloway. But that tune called First Love featured it on the first label, Exodus Records, out of Los Angeles, from November 61. Also came out on Kent as You Are My First Love. You are Johnny G's listeners for a Wednesday evening, those of you tuned in on YouTube, also on the Oldies and More stream. Thank you all for being here. I need to read a public service announcement here for those of you on the Oldies and More radio network. Wait a minute, that's not it. I can't read this. This is the one for, I need the one for donations. I don't know where it is. But anyway, let us continue here. And I know David Silberg, I don't know if he's still hanging around. He was just about ready to go to bed, but he requested this next 45. It's actually a B-side by Gene McDaniels. Now, Gene McDaniels, he began recording back in 1955 as a member of the Sultans first, I think. Or was it just the Admirals? No, it was the Sultans, because they became the Admirals that recorded for King Records. But he went solo, for 16 releases for the Liberty record label. And this was, wait a minute, this was his sixth release on Liberty? How could that, had 16 releases? I'm sorry. This is this is the B-side to a hit. Charlene didn't put it. What was this? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the flip side of Chip Chip. That's what it is. So this was his sixth release on the Liberty record label. This song, written by Burt Bacharach for the 1962 film It's Trad. Wait a minute. She doesn't have it on here. I don't know what this says, Charlene. It's Trad, Dad. Is that what it's supposed to read, Charlene, or is that a typo? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's produced by Snuff Garrett. This charted number 31 on KYA in San Francisco, California from December 61. Let's give a listen to Gene McDaniels. And this is the flip side of his hit called Chip Chip. It's called Another Tear Falls. And this is a request for listener David Silberg.
Now and then I see you passing by, and for a while I don't begin to cry. But just when I think I'm all cried out, another tear falls, another tear falls, and then I know you are still here in my heart. You are still here in my broken heart. Every time I go with someone new, I tell myself I've gotten over you. But just when I think I'm all cried out, another tear falls, another tear falls, and then I know that my love will never die. My love for you will never, ever die.
B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Hey, what a voice there. Mr. Gene McDaniels. Gene McDaniels, that's the B-side to Chip Chip, which was a hit for him. December 1961, by request for David Silberg on Liberty Records, Another Tear Falls. As we continue here, let's fill a request now for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. This next singer from Rosemark, Tennessee. First recording back in 1952 for the MOTOWN record label. And that same year he would sign with Don Robey's Duke Records and recording as Bobby Blue Bland. Had about 55 releases for Duke Records through 1973. And Joe requested his 24th release. His real name was Robert Calvin Brooks, and he recorded as Bobby Bland on this release. This tune written by label owner Don Robey. This charted number 56 on Billboard, number 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number 8 record on WABB if you were listening in Mobile, Alabama, from June 62. Mr. Bobby Bland for Oldies Fan in our YouTube chat room. It's called Yield Not to Temptation, Bobby Bland.
Yield not to temptation, oh my love, while I'm away. Don't you know you gotta be strong, leave all the other guys alone. One bright sunny day, I'll be back home to stay. Yield not to temptation, and let no one lead you astray. So many times you're gonna be lonely, so many times you're gonna be blue, but yield not, yield not, oh, yield not, yield not. Don't you know you gotta be strong, leave all the other guys alone. One bright sunny day, well, I'll be back home to stay. Yield not to temptation.
There you go. That one there going out to Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. That's Mr. Bobby Bland. Bobby Bland from June 1962 on Don Robey's Duke Records out of Houston, Texas. Yield Not to Temptation is the name of the tune. Johnny G has temptation not to, I have good control not to outbid. Well, sometimes I will if it's a record I really, 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 really want. I will go for it. But I kind of have, I have good willpower. Let's put it that way. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, let's fill a request now for listener Joe Carrera. A special request. He wants to send this next tune out to his brother on his anniversary. Pick this duo from Phoenix, Arizona, first recorded back in 1963 for the Nightingale record label. They were Eddie Campbell and Ernie Johnson, collectively recording as Eddie and Ernie. Their biggest hit was on the Eastern label, was a subsidiary of Sue Records, was called Time Waits for No One. That was in 1965, but Joe requested this one from November of 1966. Now, this first came out originally on the Shazam label, which was out of San Antonio, Texas. It would get picked up by Leonard Chess's Chess record label, and this did chart number 50 on WJMO, a great station out of Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to November of 1966 by request for Joe Carrera, sending it out to his brother on his anniversary, Eddie and Ernie. It's called I Believe She Will, for Joe.
Could I trust my girl to be alone? I believe in her. I believe when I fall away from home, will she still be true to me? I believe she will. Yeah, I believe she will. Now when I'm away and I'm out of town, I believe in her. I believe, and I know the fella's there trying to beat my time. Will she tell him no and walk away? I believe she will. Yeah, I believe she will. What kind of love could I ask for my baby? Oh yeah, it's that kind of love that will never die. That kind of love suits my baby and I. Will she say the same for me? Yeah, I believe she will. She'll be waiting, oh, waiting. My girl is waiting. Oh, yes, she
There you go. Special request for listener Joe Carrera, sending it out to his brother on his anniversary. That's Eddie and Ernie. That's Eddie Campbell and Ernie Johnson, November 66. Featured it on the Chess label. It's called I Believe She Will. As we continue here, and let's fill a request now for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. This singer hails from Washington, D.C. His real name, James Raymond. He started out recording as Little Jimmy Ray, was back in 1959 on the Gallant record label. I have that record too, by the way. I think it goes for some bucks. In 1961, he would sign with Caprice Records, and best known for, I guess his biggest hit was a song called If You Gotta Make a Fool of Somebody. That was his record in 1962. He also did the original version of I've Got My Mind Set on You, which of course was a hit for a big #1 hit for George Harrison. But here's his third release on the Caprice record label. This was as a follow-up to Itty Bitty Pieces, this tune written by Clint Ballard and Larry Cusick. This is arranged by Hutch Davey. Let's go to June of 1962 by request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room, Mr. James Ray. It's called A Miracle.
Someone to love. Wondered if my prayers were heard up above. It was a miracle, a miracle. Heaven created a miracle and sent me down an angel like you. When we met, I knew it right from the start. Such as yours, it was a miracle, a miracle. Heaven created a miracle and sent you down for me to love. It was a miracle, a miracle. Heaven created a miracle and sent you down.
I like that tune. There you go, by request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. June 62 release there for James Ray. James Ray on Caprice Records, a song entitled A Miracle. And he has other releases. I have another one he does on the Congress label. A very unfortunate thing happened to James Ray. He was died in 1963. He was only 22 years old, and he died of a drug overdose because he was addicted to drugs for a while, and he needed the drugs to perform, and it was an unfortunate thing. Only 22, and he had a whole life ahead of him. He was a great singer too, as we remember him here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's continue now. Let's go back to Washington, D.C. Lots of Washington, D.C. groups and singers tonight. And this is a request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. Now, the lead singer of this group was a member of the Marvels. They had releases back in 1958 on the Laurie record label. Then in 1961, they would record 2 for Win Records. And I feature them on my 50s and early 60s show on Saturday nights. In 1966, though, he would become the lead singer of a group called The Satisfactions, first recording for Smash Records back in 1966. Had 3 releases on the label. Then they would do 3 more on Jimmy Webb and Dallas Smith's Lionel Records out of New York City. Now, Buster requested their second, this tune written and co-arranged by Landy McNeil. Now, Landy McNeil, he was also a member of the Corsairs that recorded Smoky Places. Now, this features James Ism on lead and this charted number 94 on the Billboard charts, number 21 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record on WGRT if you were listening in Chicago. Let's go to September of 1970. Touch of the 70s here, Santi, for the Satisfactions on Lionel Records for Busta Bass. It's called One Light, Two Lights for Busta. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. That one issued September 1970. Those are the Satisfactions. James Ism, the lead singer on that. That's by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. One Light, Two Lights. It's on the Lionel record label. You got to be careful when you go through those lights. Lots of them have cameras. When I was in Newark, they were like, oh, Johnny, you can go through the lights. The cameras are off. I dare not try it. I dare not do it. I remember one time Greg Surik told me so Greg used to travel all over the United States looking for records. So I don't know where he was. It was somewhere either Tennessee or Alabama, I forget. So it was like 3:30 in the morning, he told me. So he was like on this deserted road. Nobody was around. He's like, what am I stopping here at 3 o'clock in the morning? There's nobody around. He went through the light. So evidently, I think a couple weeks later, he ended up getting a ticket. It was an expensive ticket. He had to, I mean, I don't know if he paid it. Should you pay your tickets if you get a ticket in another state? can they like come after you? I don't know, but maybe if you get stopped in that state, maybe that's a no-no. But I remember when he told me that was not a good thing. And anyway, Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that bell to get notifications. Also, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what you're seeing here. This is my first show of the week. I'll be back on Saturday night for 1950s and early 60s 45's out of my collection. I play those records by year. Lots of requests coming in for this 60s show, as this show is exploding on the scene. I'm working on getting a new system here, so it might take me a few weeks to do that, and I have to do that before I get guests to come up here to the program. And so I got Bill Olb waiting in the wings to come up here for another gospel special, so I will be announcing that soon, but I don't know when exactly, but I will. But let us continue here, and let's go to who requested this one here. Anthony McPhail. This is a request for listener Anthony McPhail. This group out of Houston, Texas. This is the group's debut single. This first came out on the local Copa label out of Houston, but then was picked up by Soundstage 7 Records. That's how I have it. And this is the intended A-side. It has Jethro Caldwell on lead, their first of two, actually I have both of them, on Soundstage 7 from September 65. Let's give a listen to the Fantastics. The Fantastics on Soundstage 7 for Anthony McPhail. It's called High Note for Anthony.
When they hit the high note, 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 three guys on stage, don't you know they look so fine, working out to the music, working out right on time, and when they hit it, they sound so sweet. They just knock me off of my feet when they hit the high notes. When they hit the high notes, yeah, 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 yeah. When they hit the high notes, oh yeah. When they hit the high notes, come on and get your baby. Don't you know I'm gonna get mine? We're going down to that big show. Don't you know we gotta be on time? And I will spend on my last dime just to see them any old time. When you hit the high notes, when they hit the high notes, when they hit the high notes, when they hit the high note, I'm the one who loves you. Let's twist the wire. I'm the one who loves you. Keep on pushing. I'm the one who loves you. Say it's alright. I'm the one who loves you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm the one who loves you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm the one who loves you. I'm the one who loves you. I'm the one who loves you.
Who in the chat room said it sounds like the Impressions? You heard they mentioned one of the Impressions tunes in there and their lyrics there. So they probably were trying to sound like the Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. That one there by request for Anthony McPhail. September 1965, the first of two for the Fantastics on the Soundstage 7 record label. High Note is the name of the tune. They have another one on the Impresario label, which is also local out of Texas. I have that 45. I do. I don't know if it's a rare one, but I know I have it on a red label. Johnny G back babbling on here. Let us continue. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Obe, who is working on a gospel special. He will be here, but I have to get my studio in order before he does that. He requested this quintet. They formed while they were enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps. They were based out of North Carolina. This was back in 1962. They had 5 releases on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. Their debut single went all the way to #1 nationally, a song called Easier Said Than Done. But Bill requested their 3rd release, and it's a song that was first done back in 1956 by the 5 Keys. They did it first on the Capitol record label. This tune, written by Ivory Joe Hunter and Clyde Otis, is produced by Henry Glover. It features a female lead with male backing. Her name is Anita Humes. Anita Humes on lead. This charted number 42 on the R&B chart from October 63 for Mr. Bill Obe. These are the Essex with their rendition of the tune Out of Sight, Out of Mind for Bill.
Out of sight, out of mind. So the story goes. You forgot I exist. My broken heart knows. Out of sight, out of mind. You found someone new, but I can't change my love the way that you do. I sit around, wondering about your new affair. I should forget to remember, and remember not to care. I'd forget if I could, but my heart is blind. You are gone out of sight, but not out of my mind. Out of sight, but not out of my mind.
As going out to listener Bill Obe in New Jersey, that's the sound of the Essex. Anita Humes on lead with the Essex, October 63, doing the 5 Keys tune, Out of Sight, Out of Mind. Mentioned that Little Anthony Imperials also do that. I think that's covered by some other artists also. That's on the Roulette record label. Johnny G here spinning these 45s. Here's a flip side request from last week's show. Featured for, where did I play the flip side of this? Chris Reed. Yes, Chris Reed requested, actually, he requested 2 by the Shylights. I was able to get one in before he went to bed, a song called Pretty Girl. It was Pretty Girl requested by Chris Reed. But UK listener Mark McHugh said, Johnny G, can you play the flip side? Press the flip side. So we're going to ask Tony Crosby. Tony Crosby, is this side a northern tune? We're going to ask Tony Crosby because it features Marshall Thompson on lead. This is on the Duran record label from October 66. Marshall and the Shylights by request for Mark McHugh in the UK. The song is called Love Bandit.
I'm on the prowl.
Yeah, that record Johnny G wants to dance. I do, bad knees and all. I'll try it. But there you go. That's going out to Mark McHugh in the UK. The sound of a Marshall and the Shylights. That's Marshall Thompson on lead. That's on James Shelton Jr.'s Duran Records, October 1966, with Love Bandit is the name of the tune. You know, in the wasn't the a dog in Johnny Quest called Bandit? That little dog in that Hanna-Barbera series, Johnny Quest. I think it was called Bandit. Anyway, Johnny G digresses. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This next group, as we stay in Chicago. This is not an easy record to find. Actually, I think I have it on the second label. Reed, do you have the first one of this on the Sta-Set label? This was first released as a Symphonics, and then I think it was later put out again as the Vows. I don't know, or vice versa. I don't know, because there was a Vows group, but I don't know, maybe it was first Vows and then Symphonics, but who knows? But I have it as Vows. It features Joe Buckner on lead. This is from 1964. It's on Sta-Set, STA-SET Records. This is for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. The Vows with When a Boy Loves a Girl. The Vows. like that record. I bought that record from Chris Ciccone a long time ago. And that is a cool record there. By request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room, that's the sound of the Vows. I have it as the Vows. Also comes out as what, the Symphonics on the Staset record label. When a Boy Loves a Girl is the name of the tune, 1964 release. We have to say it's a milestone birthday for the wife of one of Johnny G's listeners, Tony Crosby in the UK. His wife, Andrea, is celebrating her 50th birthday today. So we want to say a special happy birthday to Andrea, and we're gonna send her out this next song. Andrea, I hope you like this tune. It's a request for listener Edmund Williams. Okay, I lost my place here. What did I do here, Charlene? Oh, wait a minute here. So, Charlene, you didn't type it in here. She missed it. Wait a second. Well, anyway, we'll send it out. This is Shirley Ellis. I know the song. Shirley Ellis on the Congress record label. I don't know which number it is. Charlene left it off the sheet. It's called The Nitty Gritty. So this is by request for Edmund Williams, the great Shirley Ellis. We'll also send it out to Andrea on her 50th birthday.
Some folks know about it, some don't. Some will learn to shout it, some won't. But sooner or later, baby, here's a ditty. Say you're gonna have to get right down to the real nitty gritty. Let's get right down to the real nitty gritty. Now 1, 2, nitty gritty. Now yeah, boom, nitty gritty. Ooh wee, the nitty gritty. Right down to the real nitty gritty. Boop, ba-da, boop, boop, the nitty gritty. Double beatin', right down to the nitty gritty, yeah. Double beatin', keep repeating, right down to the nitty gritty, yeah. Let's get right on down to the real nitty gritty. 1, 2, nitty gritty now, yeah. Boom, boom, nitty gritty. Ooh wee. Right down to the real nitty gritty. Double beatin', right down to the nitty gritty, yeah. Double beatin', keep repeating, right down to the nitty gritty, yeah. Right down to the real nitty gritty. Get on down.
There you go, by request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. That is November 19. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, I messed up. That's October 1963. Shirley Ellis with The Nitty Gritty. We'll send that one out to Andrea on her birthday. Happy birthday, Andrea. And this gal, singer-songwriter from the Bronx, New York, her real name was Shirley Elliston. And she wrote some cool tunes for a number of 1950s vocal groups too, by the way, like the Chords and Paul Himmelstein and the Heartbreakers and others. And as a singer, of course, she had a number of hits. Her most notable, probably The Name Game back in 1965. But she had others on the Congress label. This was not was this her first? Yeah, her first of 10 on the Congress label, The Nitty Gritty. Johnny G always gets down to the nitty gritty on a Wednesday evening, so thank you all for being here. Let us fill a request now for listener Jerry Gingaro. She is the wife of Frank Gingaro, both tuned into the program as we head to Fort Worth, Texas for this next group. This trio included a tenor Wenzon Mosley, baritone James Mays, and the falsetto lead singer Ronaldus Tandy. Collectively, they were known as the Van Dykes. They had 6 releases on the Mala record label. Let's give a listen to their third release. This tune written by Joe Scott. This song originally done by Johnny Ace back in 1954 on the Duke record label. This one by request for Jerry Gingaro. These are the Van Dykes. The Van Dykes from August 66 with their rendition of the tune Never Let Me Go. This is on the Mala label for Jerry.
Just let me love you tonight. Forget about tomorrow. My darling, won't you hold me tight and never let me go? Dry your eyes, no tears, no sorrow. Won't you cling to me with all your might and never let me go? A million times or more we said that we'd never part, but lately I find you're a stranger here in my heart. Give me the ride in summer or springtime. Let me tell the world that you are mine and never let me
There you go, by request for listener Jerry Gingaro. That's the sound of the Van Dykes, the falsetto lead there of Ronaldus Tandy. Ronaldus Tandy on lead, August 1966 on the Mala record label. What did I say that was? That was their third release. I actually have another one, but I was afraid to play 2 in a row, and I forget. No Man Is an Island. I have that for, is it Ron? I forget who, but I do have it to play. So stay tuned for that. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. Fill a request now for listener Adrian Viterbo. This tenor saxophonist band leader from New Orleans, Louisiana, formed his band back in 1961. Now, after leaving the service and moving to Montgomery, Alabama, he signed with Leonard Chess's Checker label, had 4 releases on the label. His biggest hit was his first release, a song called Searching for My Love, which was a follow, which, wait a minute. This was the follow-up. Again, it features Chico Jenkins on lead. This charted nationally at number 97 on the Billboard chart, number 40 on the R&B chart, a big number 1 record if you were listening to WKAZ in Charleston, West Virginia. This is by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room from October 66. Bobby Moore's Rhythm Aces, right? Yes, Bobby Moore's Rhythm Aces. It says featuring Chico. That's Chico Jenkins on lead. It's called Try My Love Again. This is for Adrian. There you go. That's going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Bobby Moore's Rhythm Aces featuring Chico Jenkins on lead, October 66 release. Featured it on the Checker record label, a Styrene Press, no less. It's called Try My Love Again. The unfortunate thing, though, that band leader, Bobby Moore, he passed away on February 1st of 2006 of kidney failure, but the Rhythm Aces still performing with his son. I should say they continue to perform with his son, Larry Moore. And there you go. We remember him here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's continue now, and let's go out to Los Angeles, California now, with a request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. This group first recording for the Renfro label back in 1966, but they had 3 on Bell Records, and James requested their second. It features Maurice Chestnut on lead. This tune written and produced by Ronald Saunders. This charted number 20 on WBEE in Chicago, Illinois. If you were tuned in, let's go to May of 1967 for The Attractions. The Attractions on Bell. It's for James Brown. It's called New Girl in the Neighborhood. This is for James.
There's a new girl in the neighborhood. I wanna say she sure looks good. They say she's got a smile bright as the stars above, and they say she's looking for a love.
She's looking for a love.
Yes, she is.
She's looking for a love.
Stop her. Shut up, she just don't know it yet. No, she just don't know it yet. I've gotta find someone to introduce me to her. Oh, I just gotta get next to her. Some way, somehow, I've gotta meet her, 'cause I'm looking for a love too. I'm looking for a love. Yes, I am. Looking for a love. Stop her. She's looking for a love. I think we should get together. Alright. Maybe we can get a thing going. I know we can get a thing going. Hey, we're looking for each other, but we just can't see. We're looking with eyes closed. I'm looking for her. She's looking for me. I finally got a clue from my secret spy. He said she's a knockout, but ooh, awfully shy. She wants love, and so do I. Baby, sweet little girl in my neighborhood. So fine, so fine, so fine. Oh, I want you to find me so bad. Little girl, little girl, little girl. They told me you're looking good, baby.
There you go. By request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Attractions, and Reed mentions that basically they're the West Coast, the Los Angeles-based Vows, and that featured there. What did I say? Maurice Chestnut on lead, if I said that right. Yeah, Maurice Chestnut on lead there. The Attractions from May '67 on the Bell label, New Girl in the Neighborhood. Well, Johnny G's not the new DJ on the Neighborhood. Somebody asked me, who was it? Al T. So many people say I am not a professional disc jockey at all, but many people have asked me. It was funny because when I was at Sony Music, when I was working, I was it was 2004 in the digital downloading department. It was new. They had no clue how to account for that. So I came up with all their methods on how they should account for that revenue, and all the copyright and all that with the computers and everything else. But I told them that I was doing a radio show. I was just at one time, I was on that other station and doing the show. And when I first started this, it wasn't, I gotta say, it wasn't easy because you have to like warm up to the mic and then you kind of get used to it. I hate to hear my old shows because I sounded so like rigid, it was like so stiff, but it's now very free flowing for me. And not that I'm a professional disc jockey, I just like to play the records. I have a passion for it. And it was funny because when I met Barbara back in 2010, I had to put something in my profile on what was a unique thing about me, and it was my voice. And Delana liked my voice. That was the main thing, and she was in charge of the station back then, so she liked my baritone voice. I used to be able to sing. I can't sing anymore for nothing. Barbara used to ask me to sing. I said, no, I totally mess up Happy Birthday too. But what happened was, I decided, I was able to do this show, and I did guest spots on WFUV and up at Wesleyan College with Al Bernard on the Moondog Matinee, brought my rare records. So it's kind of like expanded to this, and I never thought it would get to this level, but this is the unique thing, because I'm also broadcasting on Oldies and More Radio, and it's not like, I just don't like to play records and talk about it because I think anybody can really do that. So I kind of put a spin on my experiences in the collecting hobby and other things that happen in my life. But there's a lot of characters in the record collecting business, and plus a lot of these records that I play here, I have to really hand it to you, the listeners, because you're basically sending me these records. I mean, I do add things on my own, but basically I have a lot of great listeners that have very similar taste. That's why I have these records, really. But it sounds good on the turntables, and I want to continue doing it. So when somebody comes in here to redo these things, I want to keep this sound. I'm not changing my turntables. Maybe a better mixer, possibly, because I need more channels when I have guests here in the studio, and maybe try to work something with this video if I can kind of easily switch it so I don't have to move it. So maybe I can get a close-up or whatever. But I am going to still show you the labels because I think a lot of people like to see these labels. I wish somebody was showing me the labels when I was collecting. I mean, it turned out to be a collecting show because that's basically what I was, or what I am, a collector. But I can present the music too. But I am an accountant. Really, I'm an accountant. But I have done presentations, been in front of people to do presentations to the VPs and whatnot. So anyway, but I hope you're digging on the tunes here, and I hope you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll be back. I'm not doing the show tomorrow. Usually do a 78 show. They're there on the archive, so you can check it out. But I'll be back on Saturday night. If you like 1950s and early 60s records, so I play those records by year. And so when you send me a request, and I will play it whatever the year is. If you don't know the year, you can ask me, and I usually tell the listeners about that. But anyway, I digress. I got to play a record for Mark Speck after this one here. Next up is a request for Bill Sheriff. I bought this 45 when it came out in September of 1961. Now, this singer, originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, was raised in Buffalo, New York, and he was singing with a group called the Vibra Harps. Didn't record with them, but he was singing with the groups and kind of like taught them, I think. They recorded for the Beach label, but he went solo in 1957, recording for Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records. Got some great records with vocal groups on those that you would hear on a Saturday night. But recorded for a bunch of different labels through his career. But Bill requested his first of 9 on Sylvia and Joe Robinson's all-platinum label, which was out of Inglewood, New Jersey. And this would be his biggest hit, I think, his biggest national hit. This song, originally done by the Supremes, was a big #1 hit for Diana Ross and the Supremes in 1964. But he produced it. His name is Donnie Elbert. This charted number 15 on the Billboard chart, number 6 on the R&B chart, and this was a big #1 record here in New York City on WWRL. Let's go to September of 71 for Mr. Donnie Elbert by request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room, and his rendition of the tune, Where Did Our Love Go, for Bill.
So tenderly, with the
There you go, September 71 release, Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. By request for Bill Sheriff, Donnie Elbert singing in actually a lower voice there. He usually sings, sometimes he has a much higher voice than that. And covering the Supremes tune, Where Did Our Love Go, on the All Platinum record label. Let's backtrack one record here, and for James Brown, he requested the Attractions on the Bell record label, their second of 3 on Bell from May 67, New Girl in Town. Asked Johnny G to flip it over, so we'll do the flip side here for James. The Attractions, it's called That Girl Is Mine. The Attractions.
Take your hands off of her, get out of her ear. Oh yeah now, 'cause nothing you can say she wants to hear. Oh, I can tell you from time to time, that girl is mine. That girl is mine. Now she don't go place when I'm not around. Oh no, nobody. She just sits and waits for me to return. Oh, no conversation on the phone. My advice to you, leave that girl alone. Because that girl is mine. That girl is mine, mine, mine. That she'll be my bride, and it's alright. That means for a lifetime, buddy, she'll be by my side day and night. Oh, we'll be happy eternally, and she'll always belong to me. Because that girl is mine. Sweeter than mine. I keep telling you she's mine, all mine. What more do I have to tell you? Yeah, what more can I do? I'm telling you she's mine.
There you go. Whoops. There you go, by request. For who is that for? I know I saw James, and actually maybe also for, what is going on here with this? Actually for Mark, maybe Mark Speck. Did you request that? I know this next one is for you. But anyway, so that is the flip side of the New Girl in the Neighborhood by the Attractions. A cool B-side, flip side there from May 67, the second of 3 on Bell, called That Girl Is Mine is the name of the tune. Gotta wish a happy birthday to Mike Sape in Connecticut. I won't ask Mike what I won't ask you what year that is, Mike, but Mike is a big fan of my Saturday night show. He is, and I hope to see Mike here at the Johnny G's home sometime in the maybe later on in the year, Mike. That would be a good thing. Maybe you and Randy could stop by. That would be great. And we wish a happy birthday to Mike Sape. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show with a flip side request from last week. Here we go. As I featured this, well, it really didn't sound like a duet, but It wasn't a duet, but they are a duet on the label. It was Jack and Jill. It was Kendra Spotwood and Van McCoy, and who wrote both sides of this 45. Now, Adrian requested the side last week. Who is this? What is my mother? What is she calling me? Yes? Oh. My mother is Mark Speck's birthday. She told me Mike Sape, but it's you, Mark. I didn't see it in the chat room there. I apologize, Mark, for that. My mother called me on the phone to tell me, say happy birthday to Mark Speck. So I messed that up, Mark. I'm sorry, but she told me. So sometimes I miss what's in the chat room there. Johnny G hotline. Yes. So anyway, I take that back. That goes. We're gonna say happy birthday to Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, and this song is for him. Last week I played Jack and Jill for a listener, Adrian Viterbo, on Larry Maxwell's Max record label. Mark asked for the flip side, so we'll send this one out on Mark's birthday. Actually, it's which is going to be what, on midnight? Is it going to be midnight? I don't know. Johnny G isn't paying attention, is what it is, but it's from October 64. This is Jack and Jill, Kendra Spotwood and Van McCoy on the Max label. It's called Two of a Kind for Mark Speck.
You like the same things I like to do. I tell you, honey, it's really funny how much in common I have with you. I'm certain, baby, no if or maybe, we were tailor-made for each other. So come on, baby, let's get together, 'cause we're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind, yeah. You like the places I like to go. Your favorite color's blue, well that's in mine too. You like your music sweet and slow, well that's a good sign, 'cause that's my kind. We're gonna get along simply great. We'll make each other a perfect mate, 'cause we're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind, yeah. A better catch would be hard to find. If I should look all over the nation, there ain't a match like yours and mine. Believe it or not, we've got the perfect combination. You like the dances I like to do. Golly gee, how we agree. You like a quiet date for two. Yes, indeed, you're just my speed. I've seen the proof is my conclusion. Let's fall in love, yes, that's the solution, 'cause we're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind. Eating, bleeding, money, oh, gonna let the whole world know. We're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind. One for the money, two for the show. Three to get ready, here we go now. We're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. We've got time for just one more. We're just two of a kind. We're just two of a kind, yeah.
That's October 1964 release there for Jack and Jill. That's Van McCoy and Kendra Spotwood. For Mark Speck, his birthday will be at the stroke of midnight, so he will be celebrating it here. With all the listeners here to the Vinyltreasure Show, Two of a Kind is the name of the tune. We continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room. This next singer, originally from Crawfordsville, Arkansas. Now, early in his career, he sang gospel with the Highway QCs, and he was a member of the 1950s vocal group The Five Echoes, recorded for Sabre and VJ Records. You will hear those songs on my Saturday night show, but he would go solo in 1961 when he signed with Sam Cooke's SAR label, had 3 releases on SAR and another 3 on Sam's subsidiary Derby Records. In 1966, he signed with Stax Records, would have 32 releases on the label in 10 years. His biggest hit for Stax was his 9th release. I'm sure many of you know the tune called Who's Making Love. Let's give a listen to his 15th release. This is a request for Bust the Bass. This was off his Stax LP, if you have it, called The Johnny Taylor Philosophy Continues. I don't have that LP. Maybe you do. A tune co-written and produced by Don Davis. This charted number 43 on Billboard, 32 on Cashbox, number 4 on the R&B chart, and number 3 on WABQ in Cleveland, Ohio. By request for Bust the Bass, we go to October 69, Johnny Taylor. It's called Love Bones.
Been working all day like I'm doing time. The foreman say you got to do some overtime. Mr. Foreman got to tell you I can't wait too long. 'Cause I got to get on home to my love bone.
Here you go, by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. October 69 release there for Mr. Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor on the Stax record label. Love Bones is the name of the tune. And Ron Harry, you're lucky I didn't have my promo copy of this because it's the same song on both sides. But I got the stock copy here so I can play the flip. So let's do that. Let's see what's on the flip here. Mr. Nobody is Somebody. This is also taken... Oh, well, see, this one... the other side was taken from the album, the Johnny Taylor Philosophy Continues. Now, this side comes from the album Who's Making Love, okay, and has October 69 release date. This is Stax 0055. Let's do an instant request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. As... Lucky I was going to play the promo of this, but we're going to flip it over. October 69, Johnny Taylor, the flip side of Love Bones. And this is for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. It's called Mr. Nobody is Somebody, Johnny Taylor.
Look at all of my friends who graduated with me, driving their fine cars and bragging about their college degrees. Now, I don't envy them. I'm glad to see them get somewhere. But they look at me and say, "There's Mr. Nobody standing there." Oh, they just don't know. I've got a girl, a young compare. I ain't Mr. Nobody, somebody know. Hey, Mr. Nobody, somebody know. Wait a minute. People have been criticized and called a loser by friends. I don't have a key to the Playboy Club, and if I had one, I couldn't get in. Now, I don't blame my friends for being proud of their success. I'm sure they worked real hard and did the very best. But oh, if they could only see, I've got a girl mean everything to me. Ain't Mr. Nobody, somebody know. Hey, hey, ain't Mr. Nobody, somebody know. Let me tell you what she done. She brought me a long, long way. A long, long way. She brought me a long, long way. She brought me a long, long way. Oh, I wish I had somebody to help me home this one time. Feel like home along with me. Nobody is somebody know. Hey, let me say it again. Nobody is somebody know. Hey, the love I got from me a mighty long way. She been better to me than I've been to myself. I remember the time when I was down and out. It's the only thing that brought me through. My friends were looking at me laughing, but the only thing about it, they didn't have the type of love that I had. I gotta love.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. Instant request For Mr. Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room, that's Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor with a B-side. It's called Mr. Nobody Is Somebody. We heard the A-side there from Mr. Busta Bass, Love Bones, from Johnny Taylor, October 1969, on the Stax record label. Let us continue. Let's fill a request for listener Emnon, this gal from Oakland, California. Originally, she was born in Oakland. She would relocate to Chicago. First recording in 1966 on the Special Agent label, but she would sign with Brunswick in early 1967. She would have 13 releases on the label. Her third was her biggest hit, a song called Love Makes a Woman, I think. But Charlene's got all this other thing. But Arlene, how about Emnon requested her follow-up, this tune written and produced by Carl Davis and Eugene Record. It's arranged by Sonny Sanders. This charted number 8 on WWRL in New York City from November 68. Let's give a listen to Barbara Aiklin. Barbara Aiklin on Brunswick Records for Emnon. It's called Just Ain't No Love for Emnon. Go. That one there going out to listener Emnon there, the sound of Barbara Acklin. She wanted to keep the same recipe as Love Makes a Woman, sounding very similar to that. That was her follow-up from November 68 on the Brunswick label. Just Ain't No Love is the name of the tune. I'm telling you, they are they're coming out on every record now, and but then they kind of go away. As long as they go away and they just don't stay constant, that's because then they're going to shut me down. We'll see how long it goes. So are they gonna shut me down on this one? This is a request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Featured this singer last week from Lugoff, South Carolina. I think it was last week. His real name, Benjamin Franklin P., but played his 24th release on the Mercury label. I think it was, who requested this? James Brown. Yes, you requested My True Confession. Actually, that was the March 12th show that James requested that. But Gary requested the flip of that. This one written by Darrell Edwards, produced by Shelby Singleton, and arranged by Bill Justice. This charted number 45 on WDRC, which was in Hartford, Connecticut. Let's go to May of 63 for Mr. Brook Benton. Brook Benton on the Mercury label for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. The song is called Tender Years. Brook Benton.
You keep saying you love him. I believe that it's true, and it just doesn't matter how much I love you. But in time you'll understand, dear, when you shed a tear, that you were only living in your tender years. In your eyes there's a love light, and it shines for him. How long will it stay there? Will the light grow dim? You can just see the happiness, you can't see the tears. You can't see 'cause you're living in your tender years. If I can't be your first love, I'll wait and be your last. I'll be somewhere in your future to help you forget the past. And you'll know that I love you with a love that's sincere. I'll wait till you're through living in your tender years. And you'll know I love you with a love that's sincere. I'll wait till you're through living in your tender years.
There you go, by request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat. Who said this? George Jones did this first originally. I think Darrell mentioned that. That's May 1963, as done by Brook Benton. Brook Benton on the Mercury label. That's the flip side of My True Confession, song entitled Tender Years, as we are now in Vinyltreasure overtime. We'll go for as long as the copyright police let Johnny G go. But let us fill a request now for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. Now, last week, Adrian requested this gal, Tawny Williams, a.k.a. Tony Williams, on the Chess record label. The song was called You Lost Me. This week, Adrian requested the flip side, a tune written by Lona Stevens. I just was checking, Charlene. Lona Stevens, produced by Abner Spector, and this is from October 62. Let's give it a spin for Adrian. Tawny Williams on the Chess record label. We'll also send this one out to John Ferry, because I know John requested this last year or a while back. It's called Pretty Little Words. Tawny Williams for Adrian. you go. By request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, October 62 release there for Tawny Williams on the Chess record label Pretty Little Words, a.k.a. Tony Williams. And you can check out her other releases on Tough and Jetstream and also the Deluxe record label. We are in Vinyltreasure Overtime here. Let us continue here and fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. This next singer, originally from Rogers, Texas, born Joseph Arrington Jr., better known as Joe Tex. First recording for Sid Nathan's King Records way back in 1955. He would then sign with Johnny Vincent's Ace Records in 58. But then in 1960, other releases followed on Anna and Jaylin. Then in 61, he ended up with Buddy Killen's Dial Records. He had 55 releases on Dial Records through the year 1979. I'm still looking for one for someone. But here's his 13th release. It's a song he wrote. This is produced by Buddy Killen. This did chart number 56 on Billboard, 12 on the R&B chart, and also number 12 on WAMS in Wilmington, Delaware for Edmund Williams, Mr. Joe Tex from March 65. It's called A Woman Can Change a Man. This is for Edmund Williams.
A man can say what he won't do, but if she really wants to, a woman can change a man. She can make him weak or make him strong, make him do right, she can make him do wrong. 'Cause everything a man does, he does it for a woman. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not saying that this is true with all men, because as you know, there are exceptions to all rules. But oh, if you'd ask the average man, what is he living and working for from day to day, I bet 9 out of 10 of those men would say, they would say that I'm living and working for my little woman. Yeah. Man can say you can't tie him down, but if she really wants him around, a woman can change a man. She can make life bright or make it dim. She can give him children that looks exactly like him. 'Cause everything a man does, he does it for a woman.
There you go. That's March. Whoops. I got my headphones on. I can't stand it. There you go. March 1965 release there from Mr. Joe Tex. He can do the ballads too. Not only those fast records, but the ballads too. That one there by request for listener Edmund Williams, March 65. A Woman Can Change a Man is the name of the tune. Edmund also requested the flip, which is good too. Checked it out, so let's flip this over. And This is a styrene promo that I have here. This side is a side that he wrote. Joe Tex wrote this. Buddy Killen produced it, and this charted too. Both sides of this record charted. Number 95 on Billboard and 91 record on KLIC in Monroe, Louisiana. So it didn't really do that well for him, but I like this side too. So let's flip over A Woman Can Change a Man by request for Edmund Williams. It's Mr. Joe Tex from March 65. It's called Don't Let Your Left Don't let your left hand know. Joe Tex for Edmund Williams.
Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. 'Cause when your left hand starts to dipping in your business ain't your business no more. Come on now. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. 'Cause when your left hand starts to dipping in your business ain't your business no more. You know sometime when your right hand is doing pretty good, it makes old left hand hot. Those left hand starts to kinda scratching his head, trying to figure how'd you get what you got. But here is the way you stop him from wondering. Put old left hand in place. Don't tell him no more than you want him to know. Make him guess until he's blue in the face. All right now. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. All again. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Take it from somebody who knows. 'Cause when your left hand starts to dipping in your business ain't your business no more. No, honey, your business ain't your business no more. Oh no, your business ain't your business no more. Your business ain't your business no more. Be-do, boom, bam, bam.
B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, Mr. Joe Tex. That's the flip side of A Woman Can Change a Man. It's called Don't Let Your Left Hand Know from March 65. That's going out to listener Edmund Williams. Johnny G here in Vinyltreasure overtime of our Wednesday evening get-together. Thank you all for being here. If you are new to the program, those of you just finding out about this show, I know there's many of you tuned into the program. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Got to be signed in to YouTube in order to do that. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoy. Tell your friends about this show. Our first show of the week, I do normally, I should say every other week, I do an extra show on Thursday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That slot is also for guest collectors that will be coming up here to the Johnny G studios. So there is a slot for Bill Obe. Will be doing a gospel special soon, so stay tuned for that. I'll be back Saturday evening beginning at 9 p.m. for the 50s and early 60s edition. That is a big show. That Saturday show. Get lots of people in the chat and tuned in. We had a big crowd tonight. We had over 500 people tuned into the program tonight, so thank you for that. Let us continue here with a little bit more. Let's go back up to Detroit, Michigan with this request for Travis Floyd. This gal, she won a local talent contest when she was 15 years old, and the prize was a contract with Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN record label. It resulted in 3 releases on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown label. And let's give a spin to her second release. This charted number 39 on the Billboard R&B chart. Big number 10 record if you were listening to WOOK in Washington, D.C. from August 64. Let's give a listen to Carolyn Crawford. Carolyn Crawford on Motown for Travis Floyd. It's called My Smile is Just a Frown, parentheses, turned upside down, for Travis Floyd.
If you should see me and I'm smiling, don't think my smile is for real. No expression could explain how much my heart's in pain since you left me. Here's how I feel. My smile is just a frown turned upside down. Just a frown turned upside down. But each time when I'm alone, teardrops start to fall. My tears erase the light that's on my face, 'cause it's really not a smile at all. My smile is just a frown, yeah, turned upside down, yeah, just a frown turned upside And if by chance you hear me laughing, I only laugh to fool the crowd, just like Pagliacci did. I'll keep my sadness here, and to do this I laugh out loud. My smile is just a frown, yeah, turned upside down. I may look happy when I smile, but really all the while my smile is just a frown, yeah, turned upside down. I may appear to agree, but really deep within my smile is just a frown, oh, turned upside down.
As August 64 release there for Carolyn Crawford. Carolyn Crawford on Motown Records. I hate styrene, although sometimes you do. Reed mentioned it. You hear other sounds that are not on the vinyl presses. I don't know what it is. I guess it's the kind of tingy sound that it has. But there you go. I like that tune. That's for Travis Floyd. Carolyn Crawford, My Smile is Just a Frown, parentheses, turned upside down. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Jackson, Mississippi, first recorded on the Copa label. That's a great record from 1961 with a vocal group. But he would go to have many soul singles on different labels, Athens, USA, and this one, Soundstage 7, into the early 1970s. This is his 10th of 11 on Fred Foster's Soundstage 7. This tune written by Dick Monda, Richard Burns. It's arranged by Bergen White. This This charted regionally. This charted number 23 on KYOK out of Houston, Texas from April 1969. Let's give a listen to Sam Baker. Sam Baker on the Soundstage 7 label for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called Hold Back Girl for Busta.
One man at a time. Oh, do you hear me now, girl? You want me to be by your side. What's the love you feel inside? Don't you, girl? And you want me like a child, wanna fun and play with everyone. Don't you, girl? Listen, sweet love, you're gonna find peace of mind. You got to hold back, give your love to one man at a time. Oh, I'll say it one more time now, girl. You got too much love inside to keep one man satisfied, don't you, girl? And you got too much heart to give and not enough time to live, don't you, girl? Time. Oh, let it be me, my girl. Sweet love, you're gonna find to keep your peace of mind. You got to hold back, give your love to one man at a time. Oh, got to hold back, baby. Oh, hold back, baby. You got to hold back.
That's a great sound of Sam Baker here on the Vinyltreasure Show by request. For Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, April 69 release, Sam Baker on Soundstage 7. It's called Hold Back Girl is the name of the two. Should I continue a little bit more here as we continue? Because the copyright police are out. Maybe I'll go until they, well, I can't because I gotta get to bed soon, but let us play a little bit more here. Let's fill a request now for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. This blues singer and guitarist from Scott, Arkansas. This was his debut single, which was released multiple times. This first came out on the Soul Beat label. His name, Calvin Levy. Calvin Levy. Now, this tune was called Cummins Prison Farm, and it's based on the life of a man that was incarcerated in the Arkansas prison called Cummins. And Calvin decided to record the song since two of his brothers were also imprisoned there. And when it first came out on the Soul Beat label, the title was called Cummins Prison. Then a couple of years later, the song was put out on the Blue Foxx label, and it became his initial release. And for the label owner, Shelby Singleton on this label, Blue Foxx Records, and that's how I have it This charted number 40 on the Billboard R&B chart and a big number 10 record on WRNO in New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's go to March of 1970 now, by request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. This is Calvin Levy. Calvin Levy on Blue Fox Records. It's called Cummins Prison Farm.
I'm not the only one.
There you go, by request for Bill Sheriff. That's Calvin Levy, originally released in 1968. That's a March 70 release on the Blue Fox record label. Cummins Prison Farm is the name of the tune. I think that's Calvin on guitar there, by the way. I think he is on the guitar there. And Singleton would re-release this again in January of 71 on his SSS International label. Now, Calvin Levy had a number of releases after on Soul Beat Records through, I think, 1980 or so. And ironically, Levy would end up at Cummins Prison in 1992 as he was charged and convicted of multiple drug offenses and sentenced to life in prison at Cummins State Penitentiary. There he was. But there you go. Great blues tune for Bill Sheriff. Let's do a couple more here. Let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed, this duet out of Los Angeles, California. It is Dorothy Berry. She is the wife of a singer Richard Berry, who sang with all those groups, the Flares, and had some of those cool tunes in the 1950s. And Jimmy Norman. Jimmy Norman, he was from Nashville, Tennessee, and his hit was a song called I Don't Love You Anymore, which was on this label, Little Star Records, in 1962. But Chris requested this duet. It's on H.B. Barnum's Little Star record label out of Hollywood, California. This tune written by Edwin and Alvin Johnson, produced by H.B. Barnum, from November 62. Dorothy Berry and Jimmy Norman. It's called I'm With You All the Way for Chris Reed.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, honey.
I just want to let you know that no matter what happens, I'm with you.
Oh, don't tell me anything.
I'm gonna take you everywhere.
Whoa, now, honey, I don't care.
Gonna hug and squeeze you tight.
I say, now, honey, that's all right.
And anything that you do is okay. Cause I'm with you all of the way.
I'm gonna talk you all of the time.
Hey, now baby, that will be just fine.
I've got a lot to talk about.
Pretty, pretty girl that's gonna knock me out.
And anything that you do is okay, because I'm with you all of the way.
So let's put our hearts together the way true lovers do. So nothing in this whole wide world can come between me and you. I'm gonna kiss you all of the time.
Oh, no, honey, that'll be fine.
I give you love like no one else.
I mean, honey, just help yourself.
And anything that you do is okay, because I'm with you all of the way. So let's put our hearts together the way true lovers do. So nothing in this whole wide world can come between me and you. I'm gonna kiss you all of the time.
Oh, no, honey, that'll be fine.
I'm gonna give you love like no one else.
I mean, honey, just help yourself.
And anything that you do is okay, because I'm with you all of the way. Because I'm with you all of the way. Because I'm with you all of the way. Yeah, baby, I'm with you all the way.
Yeah, we're together like right on right.
Just like kin as a kin, folks.
And one and two.
And just like glue.
We gonna stick together, honey.
You have to stick together?
We gotta be together.
Hold that hand. Yeah, we got a thing going.
We gotta be real, real tight, honey.
We into something.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and so on.
And from now on.
And duets here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Geez, I have to take my earphones off because I can't hear. I don't have this doesn't work on this this mixer. There you go. That one there going out to Chris Reed there. The sound of Dorothy Berry and Jimmy Norman, November 1962. It's on H.B. Barnum's Little Star record label. It's called I'm With You All the Way. You're with Johnny G all the way here as we are in Vinyltreasure Overtime. Going to have three more songs here. We're going to play the A and B side of this next 45. This is a request for listener Emnon. Let's go up to Chicago, Illinois for the debut single for this group. This is on Carl Davis's Bashy label, which is out of Chicago. This tune written by Floyd Smith, Willie Henderson, and Gary Jackson, produced by Eugene Record, and it's the debut single for this group called The Visitors. And The Visitors, they included Eugene Smiley Sr., Ray Foreman, Wilbur Taylor, Daryl Prince, and this would later get picked up by Dakar Records in November, but it first came out in September of 1968. This charted number 35 on WVON in Chicago. Let's go. September 68 release for Emnon. It's by The Visitors. It's called Until You Came Along. The Visitors for Emnon. There you go, by request for listener Emnon there, the sound of The Visitors. The Visitors on the first label, Bashy Records. I will tell you, this record belonged to Dave Antrell, and I can tell because I have the sleeve here. And Charlene, how about when Spence Wooten was able to get a bunch of Kevin Atribus. He was selling his brother's records, Dave Antrell. He passed away many, many years ago, but then his brother Kevin was selling the estate, dealing with it. So what happened was, I guess he was selling all the group harmony stuff, but this is, on all the records, he would have this little sticker here, okay? And there was no price on this. It says Bashy 9157 The Visitors, record mint minus, label VG double plus, plays mint. So I offered Spence $25 for the Bashy single, and he took it. So he asked, I think, the widow of Kevin, and she accepted it. But let's flip it over here for listener Amnon here. It's a great two-sided 45. This side also written by Carl Davis and Willie Henderson and Gary Jackson. Produced by Eugene Record from September 68, The Visitors, the flip side of Until You Came Along. Song entitled I'm in... I gotta put this on here. I'm in danger. For Amnon. That's a great two-sided 45 there. I featured it on the first label, the Bashy record label. You can also get it on Daycar Records, the same owner there. Reed mentioned it. It was a Carl Davis's Daycar, owned both Daycar and Bashy. Maybe, I don't know why they changed it. Maybe they were different partners in the label and it changed or whatever, but a great two-sided 45. Going out to Amnon there, The Visitors, I'm in Danger, and we played the intended A-side, Until You Came Along. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you need to get in touch with me, or you have a request, or you're finding out about the show for the first time, and you want to talk to your disc jockey, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Always enjoy playing these records. This is really the only time I get to enjoy the music. It's been very busy lately for me. Have some health issues, but they turned out well, thank goodness. I still have to go for that test. I think it's a calcium test, but it's just precautionary to get like I guess what they call a baseline or something is what they call it. But anyway, I will be back, not tomorrow. I'll be back on Saturday at 9 p.m. So if you're into vocal groups, R&B, and some cool rockers, I think, for this week, come in on Saturday night. I'll be here from 9 to midnight with a little bit of overtime. Probably not as well, maybe about this much. I don't know. It depends on how many requests I get. And there are a lot lately, so I still have, if you didn't hear your song, you will hear it next week. But send me more so I can find other ones. I'm still looking for stuff from the early 70s. I've been going through the boxes down in the basement when I can. I still got got hundreds of boxes to go through. So I'm looking on I'm looking on the labels to look at, like, should I take this one from 72? There's a lot of country and oddball things, so I really don't know, but I'm putting it aside. And my mother's been sorting it for me. I brought up a bunch of record boxes for her, and I said, Ma, just put them in order by artist. So there's some of them she doesn't know the artist. It's like, with the Columbias on the side or whatnot. So she's used to looking down at the bottom of the label, but she's been putting them in order. She's been really good helping me. Barbara was supposed to help me, but she's moving. And I told her I couldn't help her the other day. I helped her on Sunday. But anyway, so thank you all for being here. Thank you, Charlene, for your help. Charlene is my administrative assistant. She helps me both in the research and accumulating the requests. So when you send them to me, I'll call Charlene. I'll speak to her about it. She's got questions. She'll call me about it. So she's been a big help. She maintains my database. So here we go. So we're going to be having construction done here in the Johnny G studios. So it's going to be a nice spacious studio, I think, to have guest collectors to come in here. But again, thank you all for being here. We got the closer tonight. Is for Adrian Viterbo, and a big fan of the show and a great friend, Adrian. Thank you. This is a trio out of Camden, New Jersey, and the group included Tony, Marie, and Janet Hart. They had 3 releases on Trevor Shepard's Path label, which was out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Now, Adrian requested their 3rd release. It features Tony Hart on lead. They were known as Tony and the Harts. This is from April 66. On Path, it's called Thank You, Baby. And Johnny G is thanking you, the listeners of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Again, if you missed any of the program, or you're just coming in at this late hour, it'll be up momentarily on my YouTube wall. You can also go to vinyltreasures.net. You can stream the shows there or download it to your PC. So I post them up there, and you can do that. But again, thank you all for being here, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and tell your friends about this program. So thank you all. This educational and entertaining program. So everybody, stay well. I will see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is for Adrian. Tony and the Hearts. Here you go.